Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha the Preacher. And today I want to I think I'm going to do maybe a Leo oracle reading today. This will be a Leo one. And I just want to encourage everyone to pray, to meditate, do whatever it is that you do to connect, with energies outside of just your everyday living routine, So this is going to be a Leo oracle reading, or just a reading in general. A Leo reading. I may use my pagan oracle cards. I may use whatever I'm led to use. But I was able to talk to a really good friend today, and it felt so good because it's been a couple of months since she and I, talked this deep, As you guys know, I was fasting and praying up in Michigan for a long time. And then I came down to Florida. And so, oops. I'll just take this bottom card because I kind of peeped at it. Oh. So we have, I don't even know if I can pronounce it right, but it's Archangel Shumel. Okay. Shumel. Shumel. Okay, Archangel Shumel. All right, well, we'll go with that. It says, embrace healthy relationships. Embrace healthy relationships. So, focus on healthy relationships. And let me see if I can find it in here in case I want to read a little bit more on it. I'll just go this way. But how are you guys doing? It's been really hot lately, And while I'm looking up this, I want to talk about, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about, okay, so I found it. So the overall message is, for healthy relationships, focus on what you have gained and not what you have lost. Ooh, now that's deep. What have we gained in relationships? Focus on that and not what we have lost. Okay. All right. I have an appreciation for that thought. What have we gained in relationships? And speaking on that, on Facebook, there's been a lot of, black men that have been, really speaking against black women. And, it's really sad that both black men and black women feel so bad about each other. We've hit a brick wall in relationships, black men and black women. We've hit a brick wall. And there doesn't seem to be a way through it or around it. It just doesn't seem to be. And we don't listen to each other. We don't have any value in what each other has to say, And it's just real sad that you know, it's just sad. That's all I can say. I wish it could be better. I mean, I'm going through the same thing. You know, the communication is zero. They can't hear me, I can't hear them. And I think that we hear each other, but we disagree so hard. You know, when you disagree with someone, you can only hear them so far. And I think that black men feel just as victimized as black women. Black women have been expressing how victimized they are forever. You know, black men are starting to, express the victimization too. They starting to come up with these different concepts, I mean, these concepts have been around, like the alpha male, beta male, and now the sigma male is really popular. And I don't really think all that matters to women if you're beta, sigma, alpha. I really don't think women care about that. I think women just really need to be heard. And not only be heard, but need to be able to hear you. Yeah. I think that we hear each other, but we just disagree, What do you do when you disagree? The results are not gonna come out well when you disagree, because that means one has to submit to the other. And I know men feel that women should naturally submit to them. I'm not sure why they feel that way. I've never understood why men think that women are supposed to deny herself completely and take on whatever it is he has to lay out, And when women ask questions, men get really offended. They're really offended when women don't agree with, they don't offer good reason as to the decisions they make. You know what I mean? Men's ability to analyze their own decisions and lay it out and explain it to a woman is a challenge. It's like you want a woman to follow you blindly without giving her any information when she's already intelligent. Women are intelligent. And not only are we intelligent, but it's natural for us to go get more information. We're information, we go get some information. That's just how we are, The world card. So Leos, again, this is a Leo reading, but the Leo reading started off promoting embracing healthy relationships. Embracing healthy relationships and reminding us to focus on the good parts of the relationships and not the bad parts. Because we've probably rehearsed the bad parts very well, men and women both. Because men are on Facebook and on YouTube going ham on black women, black men, black women, going ham on each other, And but I see that black women are just kind of moving on and doing their thing, whatever their thing is. And I find that black men complain about whatever women do. If we make rap videos, they complain. If we run for office, they complain. If we go to school, they complain. It's almost like, let's look at this world card though. The world card says, that it's time to celebrate. It's time to rejoice. Things have come to a completion. There's victory. We've graduated, you know. So, Leos, in your relationships, they've run their course. They've run their course. The relationships have run their course. And it's time to focus on the healthy parts, the good parts, of the relationship. And not so much the negative parts. This is a good card to come out for Leos. Yeah. And like I said, with all the negativity already being rolled out, now it's time to focus on the positive stuff. I think a lot of these how-tos videos, how to be an alpha man, how to be a strong woman, or how to be a submissive woman, or how to be a beta man, and all this stuff on how to be different things. I think it's just time out for all that. Let all that go, and let's celebrate the fact that we've had relationships and we've gotten through them. And those of us who are in relationships, many of us are not in relationships anymore. It's almost impossible to be in a relationship now. Almost impossible. That's the extent that men and women, especially black men and women, have destroyed our relationships. We've destroyed them. They've run their course. They've self-destruct. The relationships have self-destruct. But for Leos, though, let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. But for Leos, again, it's time for us to accept that our relationships have run their course, Leos, and that they're complete, and that we've done all we can do in our relationships. And either these relationships that we've invested in are going to die off, or they're going to maintain. It's at that point. Leos, it's at that point. It's truly, truly at that point. So, and let me take that card on the bottom, because these cards kind of complement the Nine of Cups and the World card. Leos, we've given it all that we can. Only thing we can do at this point is focus on the good stuff. Focus on the good stuff, because the bad stuff has already been, it's like a broken record. The bad stuff in relationships. In order to have healthy relationships with anybody, whether it's a romantic relationship with family, friends, anybody, focus on the good stuff, because we've already, focused on the bad stuff enough. It's a broken record. Everyone already clearly knows how things were so fucked up. So Leos, especially those of us that are involved with water signs, we've cried our rivers. And it's time to comfort ourselves, to celebrate the work that we put in. And let me go ahead and burn a little more sage. And let me do I'm going to do a regular deck clarifier. I had just watched a reading on a reading. I like to watch readings too. I just watched a reading on YouTube, and they were talking about they have a new deck of playing cards, And I said, let me pull out my playing cards. Let me do something too. Ooh, that was hot. All right, so I have my throat chakra candle lit from the dollar store in my little small town. that I'm from, that I live at. Not that I'm from there, but where I live. And then I have my throat chakra stone. And then my love crystal too, love stone. All right, so let's put a clarifier on the Nine of Cups and the World card. Those cards are very complementary. Let me just show you again. We have the World card, which means it's time to celebrate. Things have, ran their course. Different relationships in our life has run their course, and either these relationships are going to end or they're going to stand firm. But either way it go, we've put all our best effort into them, and it's just time to celebrate and comfort ourselves, and let these relationships stand or let them go. But the goal is healthy relationships. And again, for healthy relationships, focus on what you have gained and not what you have lost. So focus on the good things, the things that you've gained, and cut your losses. Boom, cut the losses, gather up your gains. Bam. That's where we're at in these relationships. So then, ooh, look at this. The Ace of Diamonds. The Ace of Diamonds. So diamonds means that, when you cut your losses and you focus on your gains, you're collecting. You're collecting your coins. You're collecting your pentacles. You're getting your money. And then for the, this is the Ace. New beginnings. Okay? Letting go. Cutting your losses. We've cried and we've cried about the things that we can't help or control. That we have no more, power over, right? When it's a dead-end street, it's a dead-end street, nothing you can do, but you collect your coins, okay? Every relationship has some good and some bad, some gain and some loss. So we're saying, cut your losses, gather up your gains, whatever you gained up, do what you got to do with it, manage that stuff. And it's time to either let that relationship go or let it stand where it's at. Wow. Bam. I'm not going to even pull another clarification card on that. That was deep right there all by itself. I'm done with that. That was an excellent clarifier. So that's just saying, when any relationship in your life, Leos, any relationship, this is the whole month of August for us. And, this reading is not saying to force anything. Don't force anything. Let the chips fall where they may. And what don't work, get rid of it. And what has worked, collect that. Collect your coins. And let's keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Let's do an oracle card. I like playing with all my cards now. Let's do an oracle card here and see what the oracle says. Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. I like this reading for Leos, and it's consistent with all other readings too. I like it when all the readings kind of, mirror each other, I did a reading the other day, so, and I think it was kind of similar. Nah, it was different. It was different because I was right here at the pool area too when I did it. It was a little different, but it's still all about how to manage your relationships and your relationship with yourself too. Forgive yourself for the things that you've done, where you fell short, the things that you gotta cut your losses in. Forgive yourself. And then we have the one, the card number one, the oracle card number one. And then we get another standard card reading here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. The 9 of, so we got the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Hearts. The 9 of Cups and 9 of Hearts. To me, they hit together because they're saying that, you know, we Leos, I'm a Leo, we put our heart, our soul into everything we do. We love hard. We do. We love real hard. And with that 9, okay, this is saying that as something is coming to an, this 9 of Hearts, the 9 of Hearts means that, you know, something's coming to an end. But this 9 of Cups, did I look that up? Hold on. Let me look up 9 of Cups, you know, because I don't want to leave nothing on the table. One of my best friends said, don't leave nothing on the table. Don't leave no money on the table. I love her. The 9 of Cups. The goodly personage is feasting to his heart's content. Okay? And abundant refreshment of wine is on the arched counter behind him. Okay, so there's wine in those cups. Wine in those cups, that's good. Concord, contentment, physical, victory, success, yeah, advantage, satisfaction. You know, so this is definitely a good card. Your cups are filled with wine. Filled with wine. And you're happy, you're content. Collect your coins. Collect your coins, celebrate, because you accomplished a lot. Despite all the challenges in our relationships and the things that we got to cut loose, we gathered so much. That's how we Leos are. We go hard in the paint in our relationships. And we go yield some results, good results. You know? All right, so let me look up this one card, the Oracle card, okay, and see what the one is, the very first one. Wow. I mean, to have the 1 and the Ace of Diamonds. The Rider, the 9 of Hearts, yes. Good news, exciting. Then it says male energy. Interesting, male energy? I thought we had female season, you know what I mean? Feminine energy season, you know? But good news, male energy. So there's a man, Leo. There's male energy in our life that has good news for us. So despite all this stuff that men are saying on YouTube about women, they don't believe that stuff. I don't think they believe that stuff. They don't believe it. Not in their heart. Not in their heart. And they saying all that stuff because they trying to reconcile some things in their hearts. You know, they're tired of feeling hurt, and they're trying to protect themselves. But there is no shelter when it comes to love. There is no protection when it comes to love. Love is one of those things that it's a sacrifice. Love is a sacrifice. And there's no amount of alpha energy, no amount of sigma energy, beta energy that's going to shield you, men, from loving a woman. Either you're going to love a woman or you're not. And there is nowhere to hide. You can't hide. And loving us is not easy. So Leos, when it comes to love, Leos don't hide from love. You are not going to find too many Leo men out there running from love, trying to safeguard themselves from love. You know, I think Leo men don't mind being a fool for love. That's my opinion. All other men may, you know, have an issue with love, but I would say, for the most part, Leo men, I don't think they have a problem with love too much. I really don't think so. And I know Leo women definitely don't. We love hard. We go ham when it comes to love. We don't hold back. We don't care about being hurt because we know the risk. You know, you can't love without risk. What kind of love comes without risk? You know, look what Jesus went through. Jesus went all the way to the cross and finished the job. And he even had a weak moment where he was like, Lord, are you sure about this, Lord God? Remove this cup. He even had a moment where it's like, whew, this love game. And it's not that it's a game. But this whole love thing, you can't be weak. You can't be weak. And you can't be running around trying to safeguard your heart, because you know what? God took a rib out. Men. You know, men. God took a rib out of you and gave it to us to do whatever we want with. Here is a card. Oh, two. Two cards. Ooh. Okay, the nine keep coming out, because we got the 9 of cups, we got the 9 of hearts, and here is another 9 of cups. 2 9 of cups. 9 of cups, look. 9 of cups again. And these two people here, Leos, y'all see this, Leos? See, this is 9 of cups. These two people, both of them, him and her, are into it. I mean, they are not holding back. They not scared of love. Look at that. He ain't scared of no woman. Do he look like he's scared that a woman gonna hurt him? And she sure as hell don't look like she's scared that he gonna hurt her. Love don't hurt. It don't hurt. Do love come with challenges? Yeah. And do it come with sacrifice? Yeah. But love ain't the kind of thing that you run from. You don't need to create all these titles to manage it, to fight against it. You better get your love on. Well, Leos, we don't have no choice. We love. We own the word love. Leos do. And then we have the 7 of Wands. Ooh, the 7 of Wands. It's like he playing her like an instrument. There's this movie with Jennifer Lopez in it, and it's called Angel Eyes. And there's this scene where the two of them are dancing at a bar, and he's like playing a saxophone on her back. This kind of reminds me of that. There is no fear here. Leos, we're not afraid to love. We're not afraid to get our hearts broke. We're not afraid to heal or cry or none of that stuff. And we don't need all these titles and excuses to hold back our love. And, you know, I be hearing some crazy stuff on how to treat a woman on YouTube. I don't want them kind of men. I want men that are just so passionate and don't fear anything about me. Don't fear me. Don't fear me. We are Leos. And let me read up on these cards real quick too. I like to read up on the cards to make sure I get, full meanings. It was a card left in there in the box. I hate leaving a card. But look what it is. It's the Ace of Wands. And she looks pregnant to me. The Ace of Wands, and she looks pregnant. And I see two images in the fireplace in the background. So that's 3 cards that came out. I got a lot of reading to do before this video. Okay. The 9 of Cups. But all I know is that for the most part, we Leos, we're not afraid to love. We jump in with both feet. Sometimes we start getting out there, loving on each other, other people and stuff. And so this was the Ace of Wands, and it means union. Union. Ace of Wands is union. The magic of the statues in the fire. The magic of the statues in the fire. Abandon is the surrender of oneself. One loses his own likeness to enter into something much greater. Ooh, yes. So basically, when a man impregnates a woman, he loses a part of himself in order to create something greater than himself. And then, I think the 9 of Cups is self-explanatory here. We're looking at a couple that's into each other. There's no fear of love. And then the 7 of Wands, the magic of being in tune to one another. And I see the little lizard there, So God is good, And Leos, we're fearless lovers. Fearless lovers. And we don't need all these titles and videos to discourage ourselves from loving each other. Black men love the black woman. Black woman love the black man. And we need to stop tripping, okay? Because the way we treat each other, it's just not necessary to be this way with each other. We need to focus on a more healthier way to communicate. And it's okay to date outside black. I've only been married to black men, and my experience is mostly the black man, but I don't limit myself to black men, although the commitment part of my life has been toward black men, the committed part of my life. The other part of my life where I, enjoy other people, go out, have fun, I don't limit myself in that capacity at all. So black men, you don't have to throw it in our face if you want to, date a white woman, a Hispanic woman, or, a Muslim woman, any woman. You don't have to make it seem like it's some type of competition or punishment. You don't have to use an excuse to date outside of black women as like black women are so bad that we push you away to other women. Well, if I was the other women, I wouldn't want you if that was your premise. I would want you to date me. If I was non-black, I would want you to date me because I'm interesting, not because you tattle your own. That ain't sexy. That ain't cool, You can't handle your own, then you definitely can't handle outside of your own. That's how I look at it. But that's just me. I'm just a black woman with no voice. So I encourage all black men, all black women, relearn the basics on how to love each other. There is no reason for black people to hate each other. We're in the same struggle. It's all about the love. Get back to the loving, okay? Get back to loving each other and stop tripping on each other. That's what other people want us to do. Tear each other down. That's what they want us to do. They don't want us to love ourselves. They want us to hate ourselves. It's all planned. And we're just falling right into it, making it really easy. I say stop doing that. Stop doing it. Well, thank you for tuning in with Dr. Alicia the Preacher. And all Leos, please stay on your game, Leos. Be the fearless lovers and leaders of the world. Let's show the rest of them how it's done. You know, whether we are with our quote-unquote own or go outside of our race, it don't matter, really. You know, we gonna love fearlessly. And we don't hold back. Why hold back? There's no point. Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in. Dr. Alicia the Preacher. Love you guys. Bye.